Okay, continuing on in InDesign, I think it's important to set up, customize, and save your workspace with appropriate tools. So I'm going to switch back to the Essentials workspace to start with. Again, if you've been tweaking around with your workspace and you want to reset it, in the Workspace menu up here in the drop down in the upper right hand corner, there's a Reset Essentials. You can also get to that by going to Window, Workspace, Essentials, or Reset Essentials. Okay, I'm already set there. I'm going to start by clicking on the CC Libraries here at the bottom. I'm going to tear this off and go ahead and close it. That's just something that I do not use. And then we're just going to start opening some palettes, and then we'll get things arranged. InDesign, there are quite a few things that you want to add. InDesign is really a very, very powerful tool, not just for multi-page documents and books, but also usage for presentations. And there's a lot of interactivity that you can build in to files and PDFs and things of the like. All right, so under Window, first palette we want to open is the Info palette. And I'm just going to let these stack up on my workspace here. Under Interactive, you want to open Hyperlinks. And then back to Window, under Interactive again, you want to open Media. Back to Window, under Object and Layout, you want to open Align. And that will also open the Pathfinder palette. Back to Window, under Type and Tables, you want to open Character. Window, back to Type and Tables, you want to open Glyphs. Back to Window, Type and Tables, you want to open Paragraph. Back to Window, Styles, you want to open Character Styles. And nested with that is the Paragraph Styles palette. All right. I also like to have my Preflight panel, so under Output, Preflight. And what Preflight does is it tracks if you have errors within your document, such as missing links or overset text, color space that doesn't match, sorts of things that, especially when you're just getting started, are kind of easy to overlook. All right, so this Preflight palette, I'm going to dock all the way at the bottom. Again, these palettes work by you drag on the dark gray bar at the top. As I get close to my palette dock over here on the right hand side, you can see the blue line of where InDesign is actually going to dock these palettes. I want mine all the way at the bottom here with Preflight. I'm going to move my character and paragraph styles over here in between my swatches and Preflight. The paragraph, glyphs, and character, I like to nest together. So I'm going to click right here on the glyphs name. Let me get the character palette over here. Click right here on the glyphs name. Move into my character palette, and you can see that what it's doing is highlighting blue directly to the right of the character tab in this palette, and now those are nested together. What I want to do now is put my paragraph palette in there also. The character palette you should be familiar with from Illustrator. The glyphs are where you can find all of your special characters, things like tick marks for measurements instead of quotes, and all of your different hyphens and any kind of foreign characters that you might be looking for. The Paragraph tab has all of your different text alignments. Your indents are right here. There's a very handy space after if you're setting paragraph styles. And then also, and this works by text box or paragraph, the hyphenate. You can turn off the hyphenation by unchecking this, and that will allow you to decide when and where words break. I usually leave it on until I get to the point where I am fine-tuning and ragging all of the text in my document. Right, I'm going to put this in between my styles and my swatches. I'm actually going to grab the swatches palette and put it directly underneath but nested with the stroke and color, just to organize things. Alright, Align and Pathfinder, I'm going to drop in between my character and swatches here, and then move this media over. I actually want this media palette nested with my hyperlinks. The media palette is how you can put video or movies into InDesign, and hyperlinks is self-explanatory. You can attach a hyperlink to individual words within a text box, or a text box in its entirety, or an image or any other element you can place on the page, and make that an active hyperlink, and be sure to include hyperlinks when you export the PDF. Alright, that one is going to go between Align and Swatches. And then the info palette is just more specific information about any object you might have selected on the artboard. And I'm going to drop that in between the stroke and links right here at the top of the palette. Alright, I want to go to Window, Workspace, New Workspace, so that we can save this workspace. This, from here on out in the rest of the tutorials, is the workspace that I will be using. So just like from Illustrator, now in InDesign I have Demo Workspace. Make sure both of these options are checked under Capture, hit OK, and we can see up here in my workspace dropdown I'm now on the demo workspace.